recap your summer, kind of how it went from kind of building on things from spring to into summer, things you really wanted to focus on and to be ready for fall camping season.
I was working on my balance a lot. I feel like it's very important as a running back to have good balance. So I definitely was working on my balance, speed, my strength, also my elusiveness. I've been doing a lot of running back drills, during the offseason. So
Stay with the balance. I'm curious, some drills with that, because as you mentioned, that's such a key part. I mean, I think it's very easy to think about running back speed, the whole thing, all the other, but balance. What did those drills look like? What did that concentration on improving in that area?
Definitely a lot of single leg stuff. A lot of single leg balance stuff. Also, throwing the ball, catching the ball off single leg. A lot of going on my toes. To strengthen my ankle as well. Single leg, double leg. I did a lot of balance stuff. It really helped me out.
Have you'll probably figure it out in fall camp, but have you seen results? Have you felt like my balance is improving, or is it just something you're going to find out essentially when hitting and those kinds of things happen more?
I definitely see my balance improve from the beginning of spring to the end of spring. I was working on it. And from like our practices that we've had since then, I can definitely tell the difference. You're gonna see it.
We'll stay with that. Your mindset kind of going into this year with what you went through last year, I assume there's a lot of that mentality of you're going to see type stuff. Can you kind of put that into words and kind of how you're thinking about this year compared to last year and the whole everything since season ended to get ready for this year?
Yeah, I feel like last year I didn't get to, let out a lot of my frustration, on the field. So I got a lot of pent-up anger right now, just ready and bringing it into the next year. So
when you have that, what's your initial thing that you're thinking about? Like, what's the most frustrating thing that you're working through, or when you say that out loud, like what is the thing that has you fired up the most? Or has you most bothered, essentially?
Just not being able to go out there and put on for my family. I felt like last year I disappointed, mainly my peoples. At the end of the day, it was nothing much you could do, as a running back, with an injury, with a lower body injury. So,
did you ever feel, we saw you get back in there, obviously. Yeah. How did you feel at that time? I don't know how much we talked to you during the season, but just how did it feel? What did it feel like after? Was there frustration that it didn't feel like it? How did you kind of process when you were in there and not getting the results that you would have liked?
Yeah. No, it was when I wasn't getting the results I liked, I already knew, there's nothing much I could do. I'm trying, but I was in serious pain. I was trying to fight through it at the end of the day, but it kind of felt like I was just running on a wet sock. So I'm just ready this year now, for sure.
Jordan, I know we're going to talk more about this year, but I'm also curious about how you processed last year individually, essentially not going the way you would like. Team, a lot of success. What's that like being a part of that? And obviously, I assume you wish you would have had a bigger role on that. But what is that like? Because team-wise, the sport you guys play, team-wise, is such a big deal. But I know individually, you're kind of going through frustrations and whatever. How did you kind of process it all?
At the end of the day, I'm always gonna be happy for my guys and everybody in the room and everybody on this team. Happy for our success. At the end of the day, we didn't win, but I'm happy for everybody's successes, and I'm glad a lot of players went out there and was able to showcase their talents and stuff like that. I'm everybody's biggest supporter at the end of the day, so I'm proud of everybody, especially in our room. And I think we're gonna do the same thing this year, if not way better.
You decided to stay. A lot of players nowadays have decisions to stay or go wherever they're at. It's just the reality of it. But just the nature of the season you had, the guys coming back, you decided to stay. Why stay? Why is this still the place for you, like it was when you got here?
I love the crib. Also I know what I can do. I love the competition as well. So I wouldn't choose any different group of guys to do it with. So
Go back to what you said at the beginning in terms of balance. You feel like you improved there. What are some other things you feel like or that you're ready for season, or that you will be when season starts, that you feel like it's going to be a little bit better, or it's going to be better because of these things? What are some other things that you feel a little bit better? What is it? Speed? Is it your weight, or any other strength? Any other changes that you kind of made since season ended?
Yeah, definitely my speed as well. My speed, my strength. Just having total body control. That's just my main focus. Being able to control my body, different scenarios and different situations, and strengthening my game on, like, let's say, like my stiff arm or like a dead leg, or I just really like focused on the little things.
Going back to when you said you're going to see that kind of mentality, your approach to fall camp, to essentially be in a position where you're going to earn playing time. What's kind of your mindset, that the way you're going into fall camp, and kind of how you want to approach these next few weeks heading into season?
Every day I'm going to work. I'm just keep working. There's no lax day at the end of the day, because I got to relax all last year, so there's no lax day this year.
Last thing, you mentioned you felt like earlier, you said your supporters, you felt like you let them down. Jordan, you have a lot of supporters here, a lot of fans still excited to see what you're going to do this year. How much does that positivity from outside, whether it's fans, whether it's your friends, family, the closest people to you, how much does that kind of help you kind of get through and essentially push forward?
I appreciate it. At the end of the day, I kind of like block out all the noise regardless. I appreciate everybody for supporting me, and it really does mean a lot. But I gotta block out this noise, because I haven't proved anything yet. I haven't showed anything yet. So I gotta prove myself.